Welcome back, Metal Goblins. Today, we got an absolute monster of a match. One of the biggest ranked 8v8 in Beyond All Reason history. These are the pros of the pros. The kind of teams that make a casual hit Alt F4 just from watching the replay. We're on the legendary Supreme map with one brutal choke point that decides it all. Red versus blue. Bragging rights are on the line. This battlefield is about to get more chaotic than a Black Friday sale at Walmart. Strap in, boys. This roller coaster is about to get rocky. And if you haven't seen me cast before, buckle up. Because I don't just describe the chaos, I feed it. Beryllium on the blue team going to be opening up with an extremely aggressive opener here. Already 7 grunts far strong, surging forward, looking to stomp mid like he's late on rent day. But look at that, Amir, the highest rank team player in the game, stacking his wallet harder than Jeff Bezos, ecoing insanely hard. With a pounder opening, he's looking to shut down this early aggression from Millennium. Shutting the door right on his face. Meanwhile, Beige also denying heavily this push on the right-hand flank here. Beryllium needs to get damage done now, or he's going to be cooked harder than that steak I had for dinner tonight. The Rover run by completely shut down by Amir's light turret here. The window is falling rapidly as Amir and the Beige player look to push up strong, with now their eco in tow, as both players went for a heavier eco start than the blue team. Amir now with the economic advantage, looking to push and hold the middle, as controlling these 4.3 metal extractors are key to victory here on the front lines. Whoever can control these, secure these, and then push into each other's bases will win the game alone for their team. This is basically a 2v2 on steroids right now, as the other 6 players, they do not matter yet. The front line is where all the action is at, and it's where all the tension is. The grunts have now piled up into 11, with the Beige player here looking to shut them down. The Whistlers undefeated. The grunts smelling weakness dive in, but they're getting shredded down into scrap metal. Just feed for Amir. He put on a few pounds after that feed, because that was a huge waste. Just like me going shopping, I always overdo my credit card. The Beige player though, on the right hand flank, still pushing strong. Beryllium lost a huge amount of units and did not get any damage done. The D-gun goes wide, just like my forehead. Let's take a step back. What does this all mean? It means Red now can slow down the aggression. They've secured the middle. Beryllium way far behind on eco. Baby over here, the green player, has a few Janices in tow, and these get some good connections. They could turn around the fight and swing the middle to blue's favor. But right now he's sleeping at the wheel as the lashers pelt him endlessly. This is where vehicles really start to shine. Bots don't have any mobility here because it's just a small choke point. The more cost-efficient vehicles have a huge advantage in a scenario like this, where the bot player for Red is Beige, and he can help significantly harder than these Janices, which cannot get into range of the lashers as they're getting farmed left and right. Like you're harvesting crops, they stand no chance. They sit there and get eaten alive. Amir dropping a turret. This is primarily to stop any more run-bys from coming his way. He's about to lock down this position harder than Fort Knox. As the Maces on the right flank slowly pushing up, Beryllium going for a greedy but maybe necessary bot lab here on the front line. The Mexes go up in flames. Beryllium, scared and afraid, will be forced to back up here, but the lashes are pelting him endlessly down. This man's about to turn into a porcupine, as Red is inching their way across the battlefield at a snail's pace. But they are winning slowly but surely. Amir still hasn't gone for his mech. I wonder if that's a mistake or if these Whistlers on the left hand flank have been sniping it. choosing to repair his units, making sure they're nice and healthy boys, securing that numbers advantage. As in a game like Beyond All Reason, a superior numbers is critical. As an army scales drastically, they start one-shotting. They start obliterating your enemy's foes and sending them into the abyss. As these lashers have now grown up to 13. That is 2,000 metal on the side of red. To put that into perspective, that is the same amount of metal as both blue players combined. And Amir, he's got a teammate, a brother in arms, the beige player supporting him. Push is slow, but it is deadly. Like a venom spreading throughout your body. There's nothing you can do but watch. A new player has entered the fray. X-Ad is coming in, looking to support the push, trying to put the nail in the coffin. Can they hold? Blue still has not moved. Into club, sitting strong in the back of his base. He's just trying to eco as much as he can to turn this game around. As tier 2, that's a game changer. We're about to see that in the next couple of minutes. Now the real question is, can blue hold out long enough for tier 2 to become viable? Or they're about to be walking coffins? Let's take a moment to zoom out. As on the left hand flank here, we have a bit of a run by 6 hovercrafts has entered the fray.
Commander,
and down goes yellow into oblivion. As this push is just a nail in the coffin, yellow is out of the game. He lost his flank. Pro into club, really with those pro strategies here, as he completely won the sea alone for the purple player. Couldn't need to back up his naval ships anymore, crumbling away into the Mariana Trench. As the few remaining hover tanks try and get more damage, but they're about to be cleaned up by Pink's janitor crew. Tier 2 is now online. Purple secured the sea. The right hand sea though, however, heavily favored for I Can't See, as his name is a lie. Lying is bad. Meanwhile, on the front lines, Amir's army is growing faster than my hairline, up to 17 lashes now, dominating the front line. Blue needs support, and it needs it now. That run by on the left flank to yellow, that could have brought them back in the game, as C is a powerful force in a game like Beyond All Reason. Beige player looking to repair his unit. He has been given a tier 2 bull. Meanwhile, a bit of a run by. A couple of pawns have snuck in through the floodgates. There's a Starlight alone and afraid. One shot goes off. But the pawn not being properly, he could have did way more damage to that Starlight. Perhaps even hitting it if he did have 2 hands. Millennium going for a massive self-D here. This could turn the game around. 2 seconds. He denied the explosion. He's cloaked. Where is the radar? They need to see him. He's out of energy. He's about to fall. Self-bar's falling faster than my sanity. Boom goes the dynamite. A game-saving play. Just fumbled harder than me on my first date. As this could have been the comeback blue needed. It's alright. As the Starlights are now up and on the front line, and these things are a walking behemoth. They will shut down any tier 1 pushes, saving blue and being the grace that blue needed to come back into this game. Sniping the metal extractor, red is forced to retreat. These players, they know exactly how to play the game, so they know when they see a Starlight enter the battlefield, it's time to hit that esky. Something I personally rarely do. Artillery is online. The Rattlesnake, 1400 range, but the Starlight here could easily out DPS that. They're looking to protect the Rattlesnake with their lives as it's flicked the target down the Starlight. Will it fall? Blue, the Starlights are on the field, and they're looking to wreak havoc. These Starlights could mean the death of Red's hold in the middle. They outrange the artillery. Their DPS is sky high at 538 damage per second. These Rattlesnakes could be good as dead. Baby trying to push in, but it mirrors. Commander looking for a D-gun. Will it connect? Or will he fall? He's going for a commander trade here. This could be huge. Boom goes the dynamite. Gets the entire green army and the Starlight team. Halting Blue's push dead in its tracks. The Rattlesnakes have been saved. The sea is also now coming into play. But what does this mean? This means red can now hold the middle securely once again, as holding these 4.3 metal extractors are crucial to winning the game. But now it's a mad dash for the reclaim, as 5k metal sits on the field, and whoever can claim this will turn the tide of war. If blue can grab this, red will be forced out of the middle. If red can grab this, blue might just lose the game. So strap in, boys, because this one's about to get rocky, as this is an all or nothing play. The right flank push is coming in, and it's coming in strong, but he doesn't know there's a sneaky commander here waiting to hit some juicy D-guns. Can he get the bull? No, gets 2 Centurions. The third one connects. Boom! Beige forced to retreat that push as the battle grinds to a halt. Let's take a moment and zoom out on the map and see what's going on. K-Corps commanding the sea. Absolute destruction. Over here, yellow, hidden up against the wall, saying, "Step bro, can you please help me?" K-Corps, he's licking his lips. On the right hand sea, still an even battle. Why does the sea matter so much? Because whoever wins the sea can go tier 2 and help the middle. And right now, blue needs help more than anything. So them winning the left sea very hard is a good sign, as a comeback is on the horizon. But what is this? Orange is going for a bombing run. 20 bombers in tow, 7,000 metal on the line. Can this bombing run connect, putting blue out of its misery, or will it fall short and allow blue to get back in this game? This needs to get damaged. They whiffed the Starlight. He's got the moves. The bombing run is continuing, but the AA is here. They're not even going to get one more bombing run before they're cleaned up from the crew. Oh yes, they will. They get 4 build power, boys. That's what I call not worth. Orange pockets are now bone dry. That was an expensive bomb run, and it achieved nothing. Now blue, pro into club, has a chance to bring this game back, as his opponent, orange, just wasted his entire bank account. Now the Starlights are gearing up for another assault, and orange won't be able to help here. Meaning, if these Starlights break through, if they crack red's middle defenses, the game could be all but over. But red has to hold strong, just the 3 of them. XD, beige, in a mirror against the Titan. Pro into club, they have no tier at their arsenal, just a couple of rattlesnakes, 1 bull, and a whole body of ticks. Starlights, though, are getting protected very well by blue's meat shield. The Stoots and the ticks, one has fallen, but they need more, and they need it now, as if they don't get the rest of these, the puss is just going to come back 10 times stronger. They hold, and the entire field, the reclaim field, 2,000 metal, that's on the side of blue. Things are looking bright for blue's future. The sun is shining. We're on the right hand flank here. We have another bombing run coming in. 21 bombers have entered the fray, and they're looking to reap devastation from above. The wind farms go up in flames. The beautiful fireworks show has been on display. The bombing run is not over yet. Ooh, those energy converters, the sound of the destruction is so sweet. Music in my ears. The wind's going up. Pink is not done. Had they done enough damage, if they get that fusion, that could cripple red's economy, dropping to 15, 11, 10%. Will they go back for another bombing run? No. They're going over to green base for one last hurrah. The bombers did get some good value, but they did not get the game-ending damage Pink was looking for, as the fusion survives on just about enough sanity, just like playing with your ranked teammates. As the bomb run shut down, let's head back over to the middle of the map, as the sea has now entered the fray. The ships on the right flank here pelting the middle, looking to stop red's foothold in the center of the map. They've been there all game and they have not been dislodged. Stubborn like a donkey. The blue is still gearing up for another push, holding back the Jaguars. The Starlights coming back online. The other blue players jump just to protect the tier 2 of pro into club. As you do in fact need tier 1 spam to protect tier 2 units. It's a very interesting mechanic in bar. But tier 2s sometimes have a struggle dealing with the spam that tier 1 can provide. So having someone on your team that can also spam tier 1 for a nice juicy meat shield for your tier 2 units is key to victory. That's why we still see these players on tier 1, because they both know their job. They're not here to carry the game. They're here to support their carry. Game is slowing down. The ticks are just being spammed in one by one. A nuke collides. The bombs go up in flames. What a show! This is the hole they've been waiting for. This is the opening. Red knees. There's no more defenses on the right-hand flank. And now the floodgates are wide open and they're pouring in. The tier 1 spam is here. The Pawn Brigade is looking to do some massive damage. The nuclear bomber is out though. For blue, this thing could mean trouble, but it goes down. It didn't get enough damage. That's a huge metal sink. What's this? We have a couple of amphibious bots looking to knock purple out of the game, securing the C for red on the right hand flank here. The middle still stationary. No, scared, holding back. This is a tug of war, folks. Each team is looking for the final nail. But they are stubborn like a mule. They don't want to give it up. I thought that nuclear bomber was going to have a bigger impact. What's this? Yellow seems to be getting some C control back. He's pushing K-Corp back to his spawn location. About to send him home with emotional damage. There is a commander though who look for a self-destruction, destroying this entire naval fleet. What's this? The deposit is on the fray. The tier 2 ship has entered, and these tier 1 ships are all but easy pickings to that bad boy. They need to get on it, and they need to get on it now. As if yellow loses the C here, that could mean the end for red's middle control. As the C, they got heck of range. There's a little bit of a run by here, trying to get the economy, but the flame ships melting them down into scrap metal. Burn, baby, burn. Another tier 2 ship has entered the fray. The Buccaneer has now come in. There's a huge metal field on side of K-Corp, 4,000 metal, but yellow came prepared with a couple of Rim Reapers sucking off those ships. They've been melted down, but they got about half the metal. This is huge, as K-Corps won't be allowed to snowball that victory. The right flank though has been completely won by Red Sea. Orange has tier 3 on the board. 10 Marauders sitting in the ocean. These things are looking for a flank and looking to devastate Purple's economy, and he is left undefended like a newborn toddler. Nothing here with just meat. The fusion reactor, he's trying to get it up, but the Marauders are sneaking through the water, looking to invade the land. It hasn't been scouted yet. Blue holding strong in the middle. Purple domination on the left C. The action is where orange is, as he has a Marauder bush and it's coming in hot. It's been spotted. Purple's defense is melting faster than a hot knife through butter. The fusion reactor has been abandoned. 10 Marauders have entered the fray and there's nothing here to stop them. The surprise attack, orange, with the failed bombing run. But the tier 3 transition, no one suspected, no one knew about, and now he's in the backline. The economy in shambles. Does green have a retaliation for this? No, the resign vote has been called out. The anti-air from the Marauders are clutch, but there are the stun ships here looking to shut down this push, but it might be a little too late. Pink with the aerial support, shutting down any future stuns. And now the wind farm left defenseless. Poor Marauder marching in. This is a commanding victory for the red team, as these Marauders swung the tug of war heavily in red's favor. There was a nuke coming. It just came online, but a little bit too late. They actually didn't have any good nuke defenses. That nuke could have completely turned the game around, but instead the Marauders hit first, and they hit hard like a freight train, sending blue team packing with a one-way ticket to the lobby. That's gonna be the game we got. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to like, sub, and subscribe.